Hey people, how you doing today? So as we all have seen and heard and know about at this point, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock live on the Oscars. Now there is debate on whether it was fake or whether it was real. But even though largely what I would like to talk about is not so much that subject, but I'm just going to give you my short thoughts on it. First of all, I would just like to say, Will Smith, you are wrong for this, okay? Not just because you felt like, the joke was upsetting to your wife and you needed to defend her, but given the environment, given the situation, that clearly was the wrong time, wrong place to do such a thing. And especially it's being televised on TV live at that, okay? Now, and unfortunately, what you did, Will Smith, overshadowed, to me, two pivotal moments, and that's what I'm going to talk about. Number one, I would like to talk about Questlove. Okay, Questlove is the drummer. By the way, he's a great drummer for the band called The Roots, which he's a member of. Okay, but in this particular case with the Oscars, he won an Oscar for Best Documentary for directing the film called Summer of Soul, okay? And basically with Summer of Soul, it was a music festival that took place in Harlem in 1969. And, this festival had acts like Stevie Wonder, Gladys Knight, Fifth Dimension, Nina Simone, Sly and the Family Stone, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on. But what's interesting about this film in particular is that if you think about it theoretically, that to me was the original Woodstock, okay? But as you could see in the presentation of the film, that this clearly was a music festival that, the world by large didn't even know about per se. There were people that knew about it, but on a larger scale, not so much until this film came out. And that was part of the purpose, of Questlove, showing this film that this festival, happened. And not only it happened, it also was an important festival at the time that it happened so that people could see, what life was like, during 1969, what, was going down as far as black people, all these things, and movements and so forth, all right? But other than that, it was just a lot of great music. It really was a lot of great music, all right? And also, I would like to give huge shout out and huge mention to musical director Adam Blackstone, who is a great bassist. And by the way, speaking of Adam Blackstone, he has been the musical director for a lot of acts. Actually, the original way that I saw Adam Blackstone, believe it or not, he was one of the bassists for The Roots many years ago. And as a matter of fact, you could see him playing on Dave Chappelle's special, where it was basically a black party, and you can see him playing with The Roots as the bassist, okay? So since that time, Adam has accomplished, loads and loads and loads and loads of, accomplishments, from, being the musical director of the recent Super Bowl that included, 5 rap stars, as well as, a lot of award shows. He's musical director for people like Justin Timberlake, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Definitely Google his name and you can see all his accolades. I encourage you to do that. But also another shout out I would like to give is Derrick, Hodge, and Dwayne Winslow, who were the conductors for the orchestra for the Oscars that night. And so, by the way, Derrick Hodge is also a phenomenal bassist. Lots of accolades, and as well as Dwhight Winslow, same thing, right? But I'm mentioning these 3 individuals because, unfortunately, what Will Smith did, which was completely wrong, overshadowed what I believed that should have been the most highlighted and, to me, the most viral of all moments. Because for Questlove, I mean, when you're talking about the Oscars, I mean, that's a very, very prestigious award to be receiving, not just amongst your peers, but amongst a lot of, people from the elite to the not so elite, and, and so forth and so forth. And so to receive that kind of an award, especially, your first love is being a musician and not necessarily being known for being a director. I mean, that's a very huge accomplishment. So I just like to give him a round of applause, definitely, for that, definitely. So anyways, so like I was saying, I just felt like, especially with that sort of accomplishment, that highlight should have been the most viral and the most highlighted thing of the Oscars, and as well as with Derrick Hodge and Dwhight Winslow, that you're talking 2 black men that was the conductors of the orchestra for the Oscars. Now, if we're going to get real about it, how many times have you seen black conductors being the conducting, rather, the orchestra for the Oscars? I mean, you'd be lucky to even say 10. Okay, you'd be lucky to even say that. So for them to highlight that, that, and as well as showing Questlove, that to me was the pinnacle and the pillar, and I said it, yes, of black excellence that should be highlighted, that should be going viral. This business with the slap, no, Will, you're wrong. Because you know what? If we're going to go there, then let's go there and let's just say, if you are going to slap Chris Rock, why didn't you slap the rest of the comedians that all made jokes, all came for you? Where was the energy for that? Just asking, just saying. Now, if you want to say you had a moment, then okay. But the problem with the moment was that it put you in a very bad light. And the whole mood shifted once that was done, unfortunately. And I felt like because of your actions, Will Smith, that took away what should have been and overshadowed what should have been the highlights of these three individuals I just named. Okay? And, I think if that wasn't done, I think, they would have, their highlights would have been pushed. I really believe that. But unfortunately, it's not being pushed. You're what's being pushed, Will Smith. The slap is what's being pushed. And it's bad enough, even in your speech, Will Smith, you did not apologize publicly to Chris Rock for slapping him publicly when that clearly was wrong. That was wrong. Okay? Now, I'll even go as far as to say, even if you felt the way that you felt, if you slapped Chris behind closed doors, then that's one thing. But not publicly. Not publicly. And especially not on the television in the manner and in the way that you did it. I'm sorry, Will. I felt that that's just completely wrong. But again, I wanted to give more highlight to Questlove, to Derrick Hodge, and to Dwhight Winslow, and as well as all of the winners of the Oscars. But more so, I just want to highlight Black excellence because it needs to be highlighted. And I just felt as though that this was the one moment and the one time that we needed to show as Black people that we can rise to the occasion rather than always finding ourselves in drama, and things like this. Overall, my thought on this, Will Smith, to you, we got to do better. That's all I'm going to say. We got to do better. So, in the meantime, please, y'all let me know in the comments what you think of the highlights that I talked about with Questlove, Derrick Hodge, and Dwhight Winslow, and any of the winners that were Black for the Oscars, and what you're feeling on that. And as well as if you'd like to give me your feedback on how you felt Will overshadowed, or maybe if you disagree with what I say, let me know in the comments, and let's get a discussion going. But in the meantime, please subscribe to my channel. Please hit the notification bell right about there, okay? And as well as give this a like, give this a like, give this a like, give this a like. Please share this video with your family and your friends. And as well as, once again, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this whole incident. And as well as, let me know what you think of Adam Blackstone. Let me know what you think of Questlove. Let me know what you think of Derrick Hodge. Let me know what you think of any one of these Black people who were winners, and as well as things that you thought could have been more highlighted as far as Black people rather than the drama, okay? So, as always, one love.